Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Brent Barry and Craig Anthony. Go. So Boston wins the tip. Oladipo outside. Pass to Barrett. To the middle. Nice ball movement by Boston. Back to Collins. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Daniels with it. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Well, he didn't need to add the spice, but I like it spicy.
Onside, Barrett. Fires from deep. Hits the three-point bomb.
Barrett had some time to focus there, and he made that one count.
And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 2.
Boston with the ball. Knocks it loose. Oubre with the steal. Outside, Porter. Pass the ball. Rebound, Boston. Oubre outside. Bucket is good.
Going up inside, Oubre with a nice rhythm touch there.
Out to Barrett. Outside, ball. Back to Barrett. They get a hand on it. Oubre outside. It's good from long range.
Oubre Jr.
Oubre is got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Oubre with the steal. Here's Daniels. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Wow. He got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
Shooting for the
Boston making a switch here.
Daniels.
Both free throws good from Daniels. Here's Ball. Pass to Campbell. It's Oladipo on the wing. Looking to end the run. That one doesn't drop. Great D that time from Oubre. Here's Pokusevski. Nice D from Camby. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Boston. 6-point game.
And the D knew that was coming. Once West gets to that launching pad, he is throwing it down.
Here is Daniels. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Pass to Oubre. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Oubre Jr.
Oubre right there, just not afraid to take it at the defense.
Boston's shooting their first free throws of the game.
Line for two.
And both free throws good for Oubre.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Lawson outside. The 19-foot shot. And he hits the jump shot.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today could do.
Lawson outside. Oubre outside. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by West. Boston trailing. After Oladipo. Picked by West. Now Collins. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Boston leads by 2. We got more in store for you right after this. So it's Boston now. The lead is 2. Here's Jerome. Nice D from Barrett.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Oubre, right side. And finish off by Oubre.
Oubre, that long, slender athlete. You love it when he's on the rise like that.
Here's Hardy. And Boston with the rebound.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really effective.
And finished off by Collins.
Way too easy for Collins. With ideal positioning, he's a real problem.
Pass to Sabonis. Offensive rebound. And the rejection by Collins.
No, sir. Collins sending that one away.
Back to Barrett. Jerome with the rebound. Boston trailing. Here's Hardy. And it's off from three-point range. It's Oladipo on the wing. Oubre outside. Back to Oladipo. There's a screen by Porter. Clock is at 3. Oladipo misses.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And it's Banchero missing. Oubre outside. Outside Porter. Pass to Bill. From outside off the mark. And so it's Boston with it. Trailing by 2. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That'll be his second foul of the game. On defense, Boston. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And here's Camby. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. Just his first attempt. Great defense that time from Banchero. Buries it down low. And that'll tie this game up.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside. And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Pass to Banchero. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Boston. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's foul number 2 for him.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Boston making a switch here. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre. Oubre with the steal. And now here comes Collins leading the break. It's good. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Boston.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And all game long, they've been finding blocks. Their focus on strong rim protection has helped stifle the opposing team's offense.
Just 5 to shoot. Fades back.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Here's Jerome. And the shot goes down.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Now here's Oubre. Oubre on the wing. Right side, Ball. Oubre outside. Off target with his 3. And here's Boston. Here's Jerome. Kept alive. Here's Banchero. To tie it up. And it's blocked. What a play as he just...
You're weird.
Shot out of midair. Outside, Ball. Pass to Collins. Nice ball movement by Boston. For 3, Barrett. Banchero grabs the board.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
To take the lead. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter.
Surprise.
And finish off by Collins.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. The kick out to Sabonis. No good with the wing jumper. And here is Ball. Outside Porter. Left side Collins. Back to Porter. To the inside. And then Collins slams it in.
Oh, man, we know Collins has hops. We should put him in the dunk contest.
I already know it's going to kick me out, bro. I'm lagging. No, I'm not saying I'm quitting. I'm saying I'm lagging. It's going to kick me out. I already know it.
Boston leading by 3.
So, yeah.
And it's Barrett penetrating.
Not facts.
And Barrett slams it in.
RJ can play where he's mixing up speeds, but is also in control of himself. This is the kind of stuff you get from him.
I suck. I'm still learning.
Away from the basket, aggressive with the finger roll.
Now here's ball.
You gotta get to it.
Goes up and lays it.
Yeah.
What focus through the finish there. Ball made
Timeout.
No.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
I love my team. It's my favorite. Switch them out. I love this game.
Personal foul.
So it's Boston now. Now Oladipo. West outside. Picked by West. To the paint. To the dunk by West.
RJ's movement right there did a great job of keeping the defense off balance. And he worked to create that opening.
Oubre outside. Here's Pokusevski. West with some nice D. And so Edwards will bring it up for Boston. 7-point differential. Inside. Tries from 7. And it goes out of bounds. That one off West.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Daniels with it. Pass to Pokusevski. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
I don't like this game.
Boston leading by 7.
Well, I don't know anything about this.
Pokusevski grabs the miss.
I'm still, yeah, thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Here's Bono.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
From the low post.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Pass to West. Oubre with it. Covered by Oubre. West with a wide open look. Drills it from outside.
And the mechanics West has on his jump shot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, are you now? Yeah.
The shot
Oh
is
my
not ball.
God.
Nice D from Kimby. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to West.
How much you want to bet that he's not? Never mind, I forgot my mic is on. I forgot my mic is on. Sorry.
That is in there. Watson with the assist.
But he's fast. He's fast. He's a fast son.
Contact and still get the job done.
Pass to West.
He's 6'9".
Back to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played even better.
Here's Lawson.
Hello!
Here's Pokusevski.
Yeah.
For the rim and drops.
It wasn't supposed to, but
By 4. And here's Oladipo. Master West. Pocket 6. Back to Oladipo. Jacks up a 3. West misses.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Pokusevski with the ball. The basket.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Start it. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus.
you're literally winning. There's no need to do that. It's okay. You can try. You're good. You're good, bro.
That was the dance team. Make some noise.
And so it's Boston with it. The lead is 2. Here's ball. It's deflected.
And Poku really outsmarting the opposition that time defensively in the right spot.
And the rejection by Collins. Oubre with it. Camby picks him up.
Yo.
Now here's Barrett. Pass to Camby. Outside Collins. Boston needs to get off a shot. There's Porter with the 3. Rebound Boston.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment. Goes straight to the rim.
It's Collins high post. And finish off by Collins.
He's been an absolute marksman the entire second half. Hard to imagine what anyone can do right now to slow him down.
It's Barrett on the wing. Collins looking around. Gets it to go from beyond.
This kind of production from Collins, they're going to lean on him a little bit more now.
Daniels with it. Now guarded by Porter. No good from Lawson.
This game is so bad.
Missed that one, but I've seen him
What am I doing wrong?
in one.
I don't like you. I don't like you right now.
So maybe just a step.
I don't like you right now.
So we see Boston get the win here.
No, thank you.
Easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end,
I don't like you right now, though. You just won. But good game. Congratulations.
Especially early
Yep.
on. Let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Dang for three. Pokusevski grabs the miss. Here's Banton. That's tipped. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Harden. Connects on the foul line jumper.
This is just where James Harden's decision-making, his ability to read the floor. You want to concede the mid-range? He's going to say no problem.
One of the best 3 and D wings in the league. Let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple of seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
And here's Daniels after OG Anunoby made that last three-pointer.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Now, here is Harden. Wembanyama, a screen. Dang can't get it to go. Boston off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. It's stolen by Dang. Anunoby with it. Now Lawson defending. Fires for 3. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. This one for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Right side Dang. Here's the screen. Anunoby, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
They get it again. Out left to the wing. Jang, no luck. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles.
How about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Over to the wing. Second shot opportunity. It's stolen by Lawson. Here's Daniels. Good D by Harden. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Doncic. Rebound by Jang. And Boston has possession. Banton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Gorgie with the nice delivery. Not only surprising people with his scoring, but how he can facilitate as well.
Boston shooting their first free throw of the game. Here's Caruso. Reed has it in the corner. And it's denied.
Oh, send it back, Alexei Pokusevski. Make him feel that 7-foot frame.
Pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. And Boston with the rebound. Now here's Jang. Nothing on the board. Pokusevski with the bucket.
Great finish. What a setup there.
Here's Reed. The long distance 3 is buried.
Oh, that's a real nice looking deep 3-ball there.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. Los Angeles leads by 2. And we'll be back with you right after this. Boston trailing. Doncic with the steal. Misses the one-handed jam.
And, you know, he just got a little ahead of himself on that one. How does a great finisher not dunk that ball? I still can't figure that out.
Second chance shot. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Fires from 18. Doncic, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Pass to Anunoby. Wembanyama, that's for 2. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Personal foul.
Now, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Banton's shot is off.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Wembanyama. And it's blocked. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Boston foul.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
On defense, Boston. Trailing by 4. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen going after him there with a purpose. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Doncic. Doncic going to work. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Clock is at 3. To stop the run. Great positioning on the putback.
I'll tell you, this is the aggressiveness this coaching staff has got to be thrilled to see from Pokusevski. You're a 7-footer. You've got all the offensive skills. Make sure you're contributing on the glass. And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Daniels from outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Anunoby. And now here comes Daniels. Needing the break. Good defense by Wembanyama. Los Angeles leading by 8. On the wing, Anunoby. Stolen away. And pushing it up. Here's Boston.
How about the defensive play from Aleksej Pokusevski and then quickly gets it ahead to a teammate.
And here's Los Angeles. Here's Banton. Doncic with the block. And they get it back. And that one's good. Daniels. Doncic with it. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. It's blocked. And stolen by Anunoby. Oh, the rim with an easy reach of Wembanyama.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Los Angeles leading by 6. There's the steal. Leonard with the steal. Flash to Reed. Los Angeles with another miss. Van Beer down low. Here's Jerome. From deep. Caruso grabs the miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Outside Leonard. Caruso looking for an opening. Pocket 6. For the 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now James. Pass to Van Horn. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero. Five to shoot. Reed with it. 14 feet away. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Now, the very definition of unselfish. LeBron could score every time, but you see his affinity for getting his teammates involved.
Pass to Hardy. It's deflected. Outside Leonard. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Now, here's Hardy. Lets it go. They grab their own miss. Jovic. Leonard on the wing. Outside, James. And here's Leonard. In the corner, it's James. Over Lambeer. It's rebounded by Jovic. Boston trails by 8. Right wing. Banchero, that's good.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Inside. And that one is hammered home.
and just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Lambier's shot is off.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Here's James. James absorbing hits on the drive.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
And here's Leonard from three. And Boston with the rebound. And Hero inside. Another shot. Here's Hardy. Boston again missing. Los Angeles leading by 10. Leonard on the wing. Kawhi drills the three-pointer.
This guy has such a nose for the basket. Kawhi Leonard not afraid.
Got it to drop it. He's got it to drop it.
Goodbye and good night.
It's stolen by Banchero. Here's Lambier. Eyes it again. Puts up a deep three. Reed with the rebound.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
The funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Los Angeles leading by 13. Fires the three. Drains the three-pointer. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later. The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
So it'll be Chicago off the tip. Pass to Hibbert. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Camby. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the game. And that one misses.
Well, I tell you what, a long, intimidating defender who rebounds and blocks shots at a high rate gives you a ton of energy on the defensive end.
Offensive rebound. Ball's knocked loose. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It will be a re-jump.
Chicago with the ball. Here's Oubre. Buries it down low.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Now Daniels. Pass to Watson. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Batum. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Here's Halliburton. And the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
Count it.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Pass to Campbell. Outside Batum. Now Camby. Jang defending. Here's Oubre. Rebound by Jang.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Here's Benton. The putback. And they hit it back.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Oubre, right side. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Daniel from outside.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
And so it's Boston with it after the three-pointer from Kelly Oubre. Hands it from downtown.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And thrown by Jang. It's down the breakaway slam.
Gorgui Jang doing a nice job getting the ball to the open teammate there. Nicely done.
Down low. Here's Camby. And slam dunk by Camby.
Assist goes to
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Halliburton with the steal. Out left to the wing. Camby good.
Marcus Camby.
Camby's got 6 points.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
.27 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Benton. Hibbert pulls it in.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. Maybe a step out of his range.
Austin with the ball. Trailing by 5. In the corner, Daniels. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Daniels has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The
Chicago leads by 2. And we'll be back with you right after this. Boston with the ball. A 2-point game. Pass to Banchero. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Camby with it. Outside, Batum. 5 to shoot. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Oubre. And finished off by Oubre. Boston trails by 4. Here's Hardy. Pass to Jerome. From outside, off the mark. Chicago with the ball. Here's Camby. The jump hook. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Boston now. Banchero outside. That's tipped. 3 on 3. Here's Camby. It's rebounded by Jovic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Strong defense against Banchero inside, but they can't break his focus, and he still manages to knock it down.
Now here's Batum. Hibbert. It's deflected. Oubre outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Halliburton. And again, Chicago. No good. Boston trailing. Here's Jerome. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Here's Hibbert. Lambeer defending. Halliburton for 3. They get it back. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Batum. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
An excellent mid-range shooter. Batum feels very comfortable whenever he's rising up from there.
Pass to Jerome. That's in the tray.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Camby with it. Back to Halliburton. To the paint. Here's Batum. And a missed layup. Floats one. Camby with the block. Now here's Hibbert. And here's Camby. And it's blocked. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. Hits the 3-point bomb. Jerome's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Boston. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for Boston?
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible. And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Chicago calls timeout. Both teams making some changes here. Chicago trails by 6. Now Smart. Pass to Campbell. Now here's Winslow. Shot to stop the run. Benton. With the rebound. Boston leading by 6. In the corner, it's Chang. No good from outside. On the wing, Winslow. And the dunk by Winslow.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Pass to Pokusevski. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Chicago trails by 4. And here's Hibbert. Back to Canby. Here's the triple. They get a hand on it. Awesome with it. Now Green defending. Here's Benton. That is in there. Awesome with the assist.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Pass to Hibbert. In the corner, Winslow with it. Green left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
Personal foul. First team foul. Boston foul. Dyson Daniels.
First free throw is good.
Personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Jeff Green. 2 shots.
So he gets them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 14-6 run. Now here's Lawson. Pass to Benton. Back to Lawson. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
A.J. Lawson.
And the technical free throw is good. Stolen by Winslow. To the inside. And the jam by Smart.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
I can't fault the guy for adding a little flavor to things. I'm fine. Even if he'd have missed it, I don't mind him taking a chance to spruce it up a little bit.
Can't hit from 12. Boston leading by 3. And that one is stuffed right through.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, I think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen.
So did the defense.
And I tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
Here's Lawson. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Canby with it. To the middle. There's Winslow. Lock at 6. And Lawson with the block. Shoots. Shot's good by Benton. Chicago trails by 7. Inside. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. Chicago calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Boston leading by 7. Here's Jerome. Moves back up. Kicks it out to Banchero. Tries yet again. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And so Green will bring it up for Chicago. Pass to Smart. Puts up a deep 3. There's Winslow. Shot clock at 5. And it's in there.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Justice Winslow.
Yes, that goes in. Here's Jerome. Banchero left side. Shoots the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Excellent work in the screen and roll. Banchero solid at knowing when to shoot in those sets.
Favors trying to break free. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
The ball goes to Chicago.
Here's Green. Pass to Winslow. To the middle. A second chance effort. Favors can't get it to go. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. Boston leading by 6. Stolen by Winslow. Pass to Green. Back to Favors. To the inside. Towns.
Anthony Towns.
And the layup is good.
Paint is Carl Anthony's domain. His body lets him just own it.
Stolen by Winslow. Now here's Towns. And Beer defending. Here's Banchero. Boston again missing. Chicago trails by 4. Here's Towns. And again, Chicago turns it over. Now here's Hardy. And that one is good.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Here's Smart. Bill Laimbeer with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Chicago calls timeout. Chicago on defense. Here's Jerome. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Oh, that's blocked.
Nice awareness from Laimbeer on defense. Sees the shot forming and gets there for the rejection.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
So we see Boston get the lead here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony and Clark Keller, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. It's presented by 2K Sports. So long. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. So off the tip, it's Columbus. Now here's Heinrich. And the foul on Dyson Daniel.
First personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Markkanen. Launches a three. And Heinrich gets it to go.
Sure got rid of it quickly there. I mean, Heinrich barely had possession before letting it fly.
And, Coach, you watch Markkanen. He's a perfect fit for today's NBA, isn't he?
Yeah, big guy who can shoot the ball, Kevin. And, look, he's learned to put the ball on the floor, go to the basket. He's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. This guy can really play the game.
Knocks it loose. Lawson in the corner. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul.
Team foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
A.J. Lawson at the line for one.
That's good from Lawson.
Number 28, Alperen Sengun.
Daniels with it. Driving inside. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Now, here's Doncic. Back to Heinrich. Shot clock at 5. Columbus needs to get off a shot. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Substitution on the court.
Daniels. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Takes it inside. It's deflected. And as it goes out of bounds, Columbus able to keep the ball here.
Into the lineup for Columbus, number 15.
Up top, Podziemski. And again, unable to change momentum here. It's stolen by Korver. Here's Harrison. Columbus again can't hit.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And just using the natural advantage he has, he can see over the top of the defense.
Yeah, there's not much else the defender can do there.
Columbus again can't hit. Austin leading by 3. And the shot goes in.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
Outside Korver. Back to Podziemski. And there's the whistle.
3.
Second violation.
The ball goes to Boston. Substitution for Columbus. Lauri Markkanen. Kurt Heinrich.
It's been a very successful stretch for him.
I mean, you are so right. This is quite a run they're on.
Shots good by Banton.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Good ball movement here by Columbus. Outside, Markkanen. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, get a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Boston shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Here is Heinrich. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here he goes. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And how about the determination from Heinrich, just overpowering the D right there.
Columbus shooting their first free throw of the contest. Boston leading by 5. Here's Banton. Takes it off the glass. Banton's got 5.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The shot by Heinrich no good. Here's Jang. Shoots over Markkanen. And it's Boston with another.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
And we finished one half of basketball. Boston on top, up by 9. And we'll be back right after this. Outside for Lawson. And he can extend the lead to double digits.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Boston leading by 9. Pass to Jovic. Here's Lambier. Arizon grabs the board. Parsons on the wing. The trade. And Boston with the rebound. Here's Jovic. Good, and it's Lambier with the assist that time. Jovic has got his first bucket in this one. Now Şengün. Back to Parsons. To the middle. Here's Podziemski. Up and in on the layup.
Not just a scorer. I like how unselfish Parsons can be with the ball.
And Jovic gets it to go.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Arizon. Podziemski with it. 5 on the clock. Parsons for 3. And he stays with it. Ball's knocked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It will be a re-jump.
Now Podziemski. Shot clock at 6. And here's Doncic from the arc. The shot, no good. Boston leading by 12. Here's Jerome. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Boston.
At the line for the
Well, the
opening team.
defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And not just that, they're also forcing turnovers at a high rate and taking advantage in transition.
Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Columbus trails by 13. Pass to Parsons. Good ball movement here by Columbus. Here's Ben Carroll. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
And Markkanen throws it down.
And cutting into the lead with a big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Fires away from outside. Jerome, no good. Here's Korver. Kicks it out to Parsons. Going inside. And Parsons slams it in.
Using those long strides well. When Parsons is on the attack, tough to slow him down. He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
Here's Markkanen following the three-pointer by Boston. Rebounded by Hardy. Boston leading by 14. Here's Jerome. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
The three from Korver. It's rebounded by Jovic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Ben Carroll. Fires from deep. That one doesn't drop.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And Parsons gets it to go.
And capable of knocking it down from deep. Parsons, a ton of confidence in that jumper.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
It's stolen by Korver. And he drives in. Drops in the layup for two.
And with Korver, he's worked hard on all facets of his game. It's about being more than just a three-point gunner.
Now here's Hardy. The layup missed. Columbus trails by 12. Here's Heinrich. On the way, Korver. Outside, Markkanen. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And here's Boston. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Ben Carroll. Yep, that one goes in there.
And how about the footwork and body positioning of Banchero makes him so tough to guard down low.
Korver with it. Picked up by Banchero. Back to Korver. Beyond the arc. It's good from long range. Korver's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Columbus.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Here's Lambier, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Harrison. Hinrich outside. There's the triple. And Boston with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Korver with it. Back to Markkanen. Right side Korver. Launches it. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Boston leading by 11. They get the rebound. Jovic, no good. Outside, Markkanen. Over to the left wing. Şengün inside. Outside Korver. 6 to shoot. Misses the three. Here's Boston now. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Hardy. Pass to Laimbeer. Over Jokic. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen. Down low. Here's Podziemski. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Columbus on D. They trail by 9 points. Jerome. The shot will not fall.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Boston leading by 9. Daniels from outside. Jokic grabs the miss. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound Boston. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Pokusevski. Finished off the break.
Excellent pass there to cap that break with an uncontested basket.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's Harrison. Good ball movement here by Columbus. Doncic feeling it out. Back to Markkanen. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, you got to put a body on Jokic or he'll torch you on the offensive glass.
Banton's shot is off. And Columbus with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Jokic. And it's blocked. Here's Jang. Takes it in. Goes straight through the defender for the down. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Personal foul.
It's on Lauri Markkanen. The free throw off from Jang. Columbus trails by 11. The 3. And Harrison gets it to go.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And so it's Boston with it. Pass to Banton. Doncic with the steal. Driving to the basket. And here's Jokic outside. Pokusevski grabs the miss. Boston leading by 8. And that one's good. Daniels. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.